Hello everyone, my name is Beth Twist and I am the designer for Heartstring Samplery, and today I am going to show you my new releases for the upcoming Nashville Needlework Market. That's all I'm going to talk about today. I usually in my videos talk about other things, but today we're going to get right to it. First up is sort of a re-release. This is a sampler that I designed for my very first retreat that I taught at, and that was at the Dying to Stitch retreat in, I believe it was April of 2017. So it's been a little while ago. The retreat attendees seemed to like it a lot, and so I decided to save it for a market release because it's a lot of work getting designs ready, and it's kind of nice to have a couple of sure things that I know people will like that have all the work has already been done. So I saved this for you for this year. It is called The Stitching Life. It is somewhat reminiscent of Dutch style samplers. Some of the birds and bouquets remind me of those I've seen on Dutch style samplers, and the lettering as well. Underneath the alphabet, we have the words, "I could use a little more stitching in my life." Isn't it true? And then down here with the motifs for baskets of flowers and birds, we have some scissors, a needle and thread, and because it comes with the alphabet up here, it's easily customizable by whoever stitches it with their initials. I put mine here, BWT. If you don't know, W stands for my maiden name, Whitaker, because my actual middle name is Anne, and I used to initial my samplers BAT, and people would say, "Why do your samplers have the word bat on them? Do you like bats?" Well, I think bats are cool animals, but not enough to put the word bat on all of my samplers, so I changed my initials to BWT. And that's it. This is stitched on an R&R Reproductions. I should have my information in front of me. I'm so sorry. It has been a week. So I got a call from school on Thursday morning at 11:30 that my son had fallen and was hurt and did not want to move from where he was laying. And I said, okay, I'll be right there. And I raced down to the school. Sure enough, he was still laying there. He was in a warm, dry room. He was not alone. He had ice packs on his arms. Did not feel like he was neglected. He's a big kid, and he didn't want to move, and the teachers were like, okay, they respected him, and I was really glad they did. Because he ended up having both bones in his wrist, his left wrist, were broken. One of them stayed in alignment, the other one was completely displaced. Did not break through the skin, fortunately, but it ended up being an entire day of urgent care, an emergency room. He got exceptional treatment at Randall Children's Hospital in Portland, and when we left the hospital around 8 p.m. that night, the follow-up x-rays look really good. And his bones are lined back up where they should be. We'll see an orthopedic surgeon on Monday morning to find out for sure. Anyway, my week has been completely thrown off kilter, and I'm having a hard time getting back into sync with where I should be at with market prep. So this video is coming out late, and I'm not very organized, and I apologize, but I am mother first, and I'm sure you all understand that. I'm designer second, and I feel blessed and privileged to be a designer and to be able to present you with my creativity, and it seems like people keep accepting my creativity and wanting to bring it into their shops and into their homes, and that is amazing to me. So anyway, number one release, The Stitching Life. This will retail for $12 and is available for everyone. It will be a simultaneous release at market, and then when I get home from market, it will be available to be ordered by any needlework shops who don't attend market. Will also probably be offered within a week, maybe 2, depending on how busy I am when I get home, in my Etsy shop for direct purchase. Number 1. Let's see, can you still kind of see it there behind me? I'm sitting on the floor in the corner of my office because it's Saturday and we have company coming, and so the kids are cleaning house and my husband is in and out of the house, and it's kind of noisy and chaotic downstairs, so I'm filming in a corner of my room. So sort of companion piece to that sampler is this little pin cushion. It's called Stitch or Die, because if stitching were taken away from me as a hobby, it would be really difficult for me. I love stitching. So, although it's not really true, you know, if I was in an accident or paralyzed or got arthritis really bad and I couldn't stitch anymore, I wouldn't actually die, but sometimes I might feel like I want to die. So, a little tongue-in-cheek, funny, haha, Stitch or Die. It's uses the same linen and threads called for in The Stitching Life, which are Gentle Arts and R&R Reproductions. And this will retail, the pattern will retail for $10. I have, the third release is called the Cat Sampler. I love how this one turned out. I'm so pleased with it. Several years ago, I think in 2011, I released the Dog Sampler. And this is a companion piece because the layout is exactly the same. The house is the same dimensions. The overall design is the same stitch count. These little trees are the same. The difference is that the house itself is a different style. On the Dog Sampler, it looks like a brick house, and this is a red painted house. This one has a little kitty cat up in the window. That was my daughter's idea. A large cat over here, a space for somebody's initials to go in. And then the quote down at the bottom is by Ellen Montgomery, who wrote the Anne of Green Gables books. This is from a different story that she wrote, but it says, "A house isn't a home without the ineffable contentment of a cat with its tail folded about its feet." And then a sweet little row of kitties in all different colors. And it's about time, right? 2011 is a long time ago. I should have brought the cat sampler out much sooner because I think we probably have equal numbers of cat lovers and dog lovers in the cross-stitch world. So here it is. Now your chance. This pattern will retail for $12. Oh, this one and the Stitch or Die pin cushion are also general releases, available to everyone right away. And I have one more that falls into that category. So 4 total that will be general releases. This one is the next in my Magical Elixir series, which honors my most beloved beverage, coffee. And I have this one mounted on a Lone Elm Lane box. This is a box design that she came out with, that Stephanie came out with last year, that I really love. It's got a more primitive finish to the paint. This is in black, and there's the Lone Elm logo on the bottom, and there's the design. It says, "I don't have a problem with coffee, I have a problem without coffee." I don't know what else to say about that. This is stitched on Picture This Plus, and the threads are a combination of Classic Colorworks, Weeks Dye Works, and the Gentle Art, because I felt like I had particular shades that I was looking for, and I had to pull from different piles of threads to find the shades that I wanted. The colors in this, by the way, are all the same colors that I use in my entire Magical Elixir series. So somebody could stitch two designs from that series and they would complement each other very nicely. Or they could stitch the whole series together and it's all of the same colors. So this is called Coffee Drinker's Confession. It will retail for $10 and is a general release that will come out at the Nashville Needlework Market. The final two designs that I have, yes, I have 6 this year. I've never done that many at Nashville. I don't know how some of the designers do it that have like a dozen new releases at market, because it's an intense amount of work for me. Maybe because I still have young kids at home. I don't know. I may never do 6 again because it's been a lot coordinating all of this. So I have 2 exclusives this year, and I think everybody's going to be excited about these. I'm only going to show you a tiny little sneak peek at each one of them. So many of you know that last year in January I launched a series called Festive Little Fobs, and 1 per month I had a set of little scissor fobs. They each had 9 little design motifs in each of the sets, and they were seasonally appropriate. So we had Valentine's, springtime. I had one to honor beekeeping because I'm a beekeeper. I had a patriotic one, but they each kind of aligned with the month. And I was going to end the series with 12, and that's all I had planned for. And sometime right around August or September, I suddenly thought of 2 more themes that had never occurred to me. I thought, why didn't I think of those 2? Those are great, but I couldn't replace any of the others that I already had because I liked them. And so I decided my evil plan was to secretly have 2 add-ons that I'll be releasing at market the first weekend in March. So they are called Festive Little Fobs Tea Time Edition. I had a coffee edition, and now I will have a tea time edition for those of you who are not coffee drinkers. And I have the Barnyard edition, both coming out. And I'm not going to show a full picture of all of the fobs. I don't know. I'm trying something new. I typically have full disclosure, show you everything that I'm coming out with. But these 2, I think you've seen enough of my Festive Fob series that you know whether your customers are going to like them or not. And you're going to know whether they're going to like these 2 themes or not. And I think that's enough for you to go on. It adds a little bit of mystery and excitement. When you come visit me in Nashville, you'll get to see the models. You'll get to see the cover photo that shows all 9 designs in each, or 9 fobs that come with each set. So I am just going to do a quick flash of the Tea Time edition. I'm not sure how this is going to work because they're on a plate with some scissors, and we're probably going to lose some of them. But this will give you a sort of idea of colors. Sorry, I didn't plan this very well. So here we go. Without further ado, my fingers are going to be all over them. The Tea Time edition. I will show you one little fob. So here's a little teacup with a spoon. And that's all I'm going to show you of that one. And I will do the same with the Barnyard edition. Barnyard. And I will show you, let's see, what do you want to see? Red Tractor. So, and we have represented in tea time, tea bags, teapots, teacups, and tea strainer, lemon wedges, and they're kind of nice pastel-y tea time. This series I try to reuse all of the same colors over and over again. So if you look at the colors that have already been used in past fob releases, you kind of have an idea. But the tea time is a little bit more pastel, whites, more, I don't know, tea party appropriate colors, springtimey. And the barnyard one is more, you know, the browns, the red, the blue, the green of grass, that sort of thing. Hopefully that is enough to pique your interest. If you're a shop owner and you will be attending market, I have sent out, by the time you see this video, I've sent out an email announcement that shows more specific information about the designs, and also information on how you can give me pre-orders, because yes, I am accepting pre-orders. I personally feel like it helps me gauge interest in my designs, and if necessary, I can increase the amount that I bring if it looks like I'm going to get so many pre-orders for something that maybe I need more. Because my goal is to never run out of charts at market. I don't want you to go home empty-handed, and I also don't want to go home and have to immediately start sending out orders, because that's my policy. If I run out at market, as soon as I get home, I will mail to you whatever you ordered and paid for. I'm going to have you pay up front. Shipping will not be a part of what you pay for if I run out. Now, if you want me to ship your charts to you from market, but I do have copies of charts there, I will charge you shipping. It just, to me, makes the most sense to do it that way. If I run out at market, you don't get what you want, I'll come home and mail them to you. But I don't want to have to do that, because since the holidays were over, I have been working on market stuff, and I'm ready for a break. I'm sure you understand. So I want to show you two more things that are sort of peripheral items that I think that you would like to offer in your shops. The first, these are going to be available for pre-order if you would like, and they are sticker sheets. I'm pretty excited about these. I came up with 4 themes of sticker sheets. The theme I called it is Cross Stitch Nation, and it has 2 sizes of the Cross Stitch Nation design, and then we have other sort of stitchy related designs. This is the Stitching Life and Stitch or Die, and then I also added in one from my Proverbs series because it just was the right fit. This is called the Cross Stitch Nation sticker sheet. We have an Adam and Eve sticker sheet, which has 2 copies of His Eye is on the Sparrow. It's got Permit Me Not to Stray, which is a little Adam and Eve with a flower bouquet, and then In the Garden, which is another Adam and Eve. And then I added in Baby It's Cold Outside and 4 little patriotic bouquets because I just thought that they were a nice addition. I have the Red House sticker sheet because I have 2 on it with red houses, and I added in some others that I thought looked nice with it even though they don't have red houses. And then the final one is the coffee sticker sheet, and these are all designs from my Magical Elixir series that have to do with coffee. We have the Fairy Coffee Mother, we have a little coffee grinder, Coffee Quaker, the new Coffee Drinker's Confession, Coffee Saves Lives, and C is for Coffee. These are, I'm really pleased with how they turned out. They're just a nice little die-cut peel-off sticker that can be used to decorate your laptop computer or your iPad. They can be put on in your scrapbooks. They can be used when you send cards to your stitchy friends. These are going to retail for $4 a sheet. It was hard for me to come up with a fair price. And I talked to a couple of friends who do scrapbooking, and they said they often pay up to $6 or even $7 for a sticker sheet like this. So I thought $4 seemed more approachable, and yet these cost more than I expected to make and package. So hopefully that seems like a fair price to you as well. I am bringing to market a limited amount, and these are something that if I run out at market, once they're gone, they're gone. I am going to offer them for sale in my Etsy shop to my direct customers sometime following market, but probably not right away. I would guess that I'm going to give it probably a month after market before I put them in my Etsy shop. So I guess in that sense they're an exclusive, but they're not a reorderable exclusive, if that makes sense. I'm hopefully bringing enough that I won't run out. But if you think that, you know, you want a substantial number of these for your shop, if you want your needlework shop to make sure they have them for you right away at their market release party, make sure you put your pre-orders in. I've never sold stickers before, so I don't know what to anticipate and how much people will like them and want them. So these are pre-orderable. I have one final item that is not available as a pre-order. I'm bringing a very much smaller, more limited amount because they're seriously labor intensive. And they are necklaces, pendants. I've done these in the past, but these are a different take on what I've done in the past because they're double-sided. So in the past I've done little round pendants with a glass dome over the image, but it's single-sided, and I made them so that they could also be used as a little dangle on your thread keeps. These are going to only come with a chain for a necklace, and it's I believe it's a 24-inch chain. So it'll be sort of a long, it does not have a clasp on the back, you just put it over your head like that, but they're double-sided, and so they're themed, and from the side they look like a little bit of a, you know, they kind of look like a little ball. Anyway, I've got multiple versions. I think I came up with, I think there are 48, 24, my brain is so fried. That day in the emergency room really did a number on me. Anyway, this is one example, and it has little motifs from the Stitching Life on it, and then on the other side it's from my Stitcher's Resolution design, and it says Stitch All Day, so you can see how it's reversible, which is lovely. I also got multiple colors of metals, so that was like a bright silver. We also have black, and this is images from my Never Let You Go design. It's got the house with the people and then a bouquet on the back. It has a little swivel lobster clasp that's holding the pendant. And these will come packaged so that you can put them on the counter in your needlework shops. Here's one that's got coverlet themed. This is a patriotic one. This one is M is for mermaid, and then on the back there's a mermaid motif. And then this is a coffee Quaker. There are many more. I tried to come up with lots of options for people to choose from. Multiple colors of metal, but I'm only bringing 100 of them to market. And once they're gone, they're gone. These are not going to be available for pre-order. They're not going to be available for reorder. And the only reason I would ever list them in my Etsy shop is if people don't want to buy them at market and I have some left over. So it's just so much work. I think I counted that each pendant I handle 16 times before it's done, and I'm wondering if I'm crazy for making them. They will retail for $24. I think that's a fair price. We as women often pay much more than that for our jewelry, right? And there's a lot of time involved in making these. And I think that's all I have to say about that. They were fun to make, but 100 of them was enough. That was enough. So I hope you like what I have to offer this year. I am really looking forward to market. This will be my 5th year attending market, and I so look forward to connecting with other designers and with needlework shops, with the suppliers of the fabrics and threads and everything that I use. And it's such an inspirational environment to be in for a weekend. It's a great chance to connect with stitchers. I don't have a whole lot of stitchers close to me, so it gives me a nice boost to get me going into the next year designing. And I look forward to seeing those of you that are going to be there come in and say hi and introduce yourself to me if I've never met you before. I will have a couple of helpers with me, so depending on what time and what day you come by my space, I may be busy with other people, but if you really want to talk to me, just come back or hang out for a little while and get my attention, and I'll make sure that I give you a hug and shake your hand, whatever. Say hi. I'm looking forward to seeing everyone, and thanks for watching this video. I hope you have a fantastic weekend, assuming I get this uploaded while it's still the weekend. And if not, have a fantastic week, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.